I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the Los Angeles Lakers. And now we'll send you out to Kevin Harlan and the crew in Los Angeles.
It's game time in Los Angeles from the Staples Center. All the crowd ready to go as they look to cheer on the Lakers. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. And breaking down the game, let's take a look here at Michael Jordan.
You know, something else with him, you can't forget about his skill as a pull-up shooter. I mean, you give him too much room and he won't hesitate for a second to raise up and spray you with that J.
And the Warriors on a single-game road trip here before heading back home. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
And to say these guys are hot right now would be putting it mildly. They've come into this game playing arguably the best basketball of anybody in the league.
Yeah, Greg, it's been a big-time winning streak. I mean, many of the games haven't even been close during the streak. Needless to say, they're coming into every game now with great confidence and swagger.
Tip-off goes to the Lakers. LeBron kicks to Shaq. And Curry, here we go. Can't cash in from close range. Now LeBron. He dishes it to Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in the game. Certainly can't remember the last time I saw
I tell you what, fellas, you might not see another one like that one for a while.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against Cleveland.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
It's off his foot, and it's being called a kickball. It's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. And Doris Burke spoke with Steve Kerr. Doris?
Obviously he has a lot on his plate when it comes to defending against Kobe Bryant. I asked him what he might do, and he said not much. He's one of the league's all-time best scorers. And no matter what you seem to do, he finds ways to get on the scoreboard. Kobe might be seeing a lot of double teams here tonight, guys.
Thanks a lot, Doris.
That's an efficient start for them offensively, working it inside for the easy 2-point.
And Clark, that's what you like to duplicate time and time again for the rest of the game.
And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
And I know something else the fans love about him is the way he's capable of going straight over the top of the defender for some monster throwdown. I mean, we're talking about posterization with capital letters.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Poke loose. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. .156 left to play in the first. Got that one up quick.
He's got so much junk in his trunk. He'll find a way to hurt you.
Ball's not loose. And the pass to Mr. Incredible. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. Thompson dishes to Durant. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Durant's got his first points of the game.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each each other is at all times.
Tries it from 9. And the Warriors tack on 2 more. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Passes it to Mr. Incredible. Fires for 3. And the shot is good. Mr. Incredible's got 8. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start off the game. And that will be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out. Now that the mid-season grind is well underway. You take a look at Los Angeles. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, there's the Warriors. 8.5 games behind them.
And you know, for the Lakers, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Andre Kirilenko checked in for Kobe. Carter comes in for LeBron. Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for Michael Jordan. And Allen Iverson is subbed in for Mr. Incredible. Now here's Thompson. 14 points from him the last game against Miami.
Yeah, and talk about his scoring. I mean, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, he did a good job of getting them to overcommit and getting himself to the line.
Iverson passes to O'Neal. Carter kicks to Wade. Lakers working the ball around now. It's Vince Carter on the wing. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Way too loose with the ball there. Those turnovers are hard to swallow.
Here is Durant. Right now averaging about 5 points a game. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Durant's got 6. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Deflects the pass, and Durant with the block. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far.
This Wednesday.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I'll tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, you know, I really think the hard work they've put in the offseason and so far this year really making a big difference. I mean, they've made a huge improvement in their shooting at the line.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Got a piece of it. Green dishes to Curry. There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. It's blocked by Shaq. Here's West. Good. West has got his first 2 points of the night.
That's the way to work the ball in close to the hoop, guys.
Wade against Thompson. Carter kicks to Shaq. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
Man, how about the dexterity for this big guy? I mean, he is really smooth around the basket.
Durant with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Outside Curry. Three-pointer. No good. And it's the Lakers the other way. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season. No one near him. No good from Shaq.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Here's Thompson. Banked in off the glass. Thompson's got 4 points in the quarter. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a win against the Miami Heat.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Launches a three, and he gets it to go. Thompson's got 7 points.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Kirilenko the pass to O'Neal. From down in the low post, it goes.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they built this lead for themselves here.
Warriors trail by 6. Outside Durant. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for West, and Nick Young is subbed in for David West. There's Green with the three. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feed. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. That's tipped. That drive by Carter. Shot's good by Shaq.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
And here is Curry. He gets it up. And no good trying to get that one. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Lake. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Really an extraordinary game for Shaq. He's got 13 points and also a block shot.
And guys, really impossible to say where he's been better, offensively or defensively.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's not missed a beat at either end. That's obvious.
Mr. Incredible is out there with Michael Jordan. And there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's LeBron James. And it's Kobe in at the 4. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Warriors trail by 7. And stolen by LeBron. All alone. Pushes it down to finish the break.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Green dishes to Curry. Back to Green. A steal. Kobe gets to Jordan. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Yeah, it's good to see him with his free throw percentage up over 80.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
So it's the Warriors now. A 12-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Stolen by O'Neal. And he dunks it down.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise he'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard.
And the shot is good.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Some changes for Golden State. Young comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Caspian for Sean Livingston. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Another steal. And here's the fast break. LeBron passes to Kobe. It's Down the breakaway slam.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well-coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
Warriors trail by 19. Tipped away. Kobe with the steal. Moving it up. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'll tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
Curry outside. Jordan with the rebound.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics. Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside. Make them beat you from deep.
Iguodala's drive. And Shaq sends it back. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Gives him the lead pass. LeBron with the bucket.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
Shaq fishing.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it play.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
There's McCaw. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. Kobe, that's for 2. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Woo-hoo, Kevin, they're firing on all cylinders. That's
This Monday.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Los Angeles.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. Nick Young is out there with Markieff Morris. And it's Wall, and it's Gortat, and it's McCaw in at the 1 spot. That free throw good from Gasol. Now, here is Young. Pass to McCaw. Wide open look. And good on the basket. Book it.
Love the assist. I mean, he knew exactly where that bounce pass had to be to create that opportunity.
Gasol backing down. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
The Warriors making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. And Young kicks to Thompson. They set the pick. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Something else I'll say is that he loves those catch and shoot situations, Steve. When he receives a pass in space, it's right away looking to shoot it.
Set it up.
And Kobe, here we go. Good.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
They get a hand on it. Kobe with the steal.
Guys, it's over. I think we can say that now with certainty.
I'm with you. I mean, we'd like to officially welcome everybody to garbage time.
Jordan outside for Gasol. Lakers passing it around. The pass to Fresh. Outside Anthony. Feeds it to Kobe. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. 12 points for Kobe Bryant.
playing smart offensively in the first half, no doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support it. I mean, they're shooting the much better percentage from the field so far.
McCaw with the bucket. 1:19 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Backing down is Bryant. That's good.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
And Young, here we go. Bell, lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates. That's the way it's done. Take it up high and throw it down with everything you got.
That's right. Clark, he was not going to take the soft approach on that drive.
I would certainly hope not. I mean, you get that kind of opportunity with little resistance from the defense, you got to take it.
McCaw, the pass to Bell. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Anthony. Outside Gasol. Kicks it to Carmelo. Kobe. It's stolen by Bell. We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Looney. There's the dish to Young. Anthony with the block. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. They got to be happy with the outcome here.
Elated, you're right.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had them on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at them.
The whole knockout blow.
The free throw drops for Kobe. Here's Iguodala. Poked away. And that'll be Golden State as it goes out of bounds. Warriors retain possession. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Left side Curry. Knocked away. And stolen by LeBron. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly. And Clark, the other, just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on it. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony and Clark Keller, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA. It's presented by 2K Sports. As we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Shaq.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. And now we'll send you out to Kevin Harlan and the crew in Los Angeles.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Keller with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And you just can't take your eyes off Kobe Bryant. Always fun to watch.
And what he can do with the ball in his hands borders on miraculously ridiculous sometimes. He's broken a few ankles in his day, that's for sure.
Crowd here in anticipation of their home team, Lakers, in an interconference battle here at the Staples Center. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one. Home court advantage played a part in last year's season series. Each team took their home game in a 1-1 split.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them. They often don't get a chance to feel that way.
Now here's Shaq. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. And stolen by Booker. Hollis Jefferson passes to Allen, and he uses the glass on the layup. Allen's got the game going here with the first basket for the Nets. Here's Shaq. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty, and he just has that effortless net for getting inside.
And guys, how about how fearsome he is at times? I mean, you hate to be the guy tasked with guarding him.
Here's Kilpatrick, guarded by Jordan. Poked away. Clock at 6, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And out of bounds is Los Angeles Kings possession. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against Golden State.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
That's good from O'Neal. Now here's Lynn. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Back to Allen. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Here's Jordan. He's usually able to provide some lift to his team, averaging 6 points a game. The 9-foot shot, stolen by Allen. Here's Kilpatrick. Back to Lynn. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. And it's Kilpatrick missing. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against the Warriors in Oakland.
Yeah, good-looking bounce pass to set up that
one. 1:20 left in the first. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. Doing a good job staying tight on their perimeter shooters is something that he wants his guys to focus on. He knows how much this team can hurt you if you give them too much room on the perimeter, and they're determined not to let that happen in this one, gentlemen.
Doris, thank you. Obviously, Clark, the three ball is a big concern for any defense.
Well, yeah, it is, Kevin, but the upside is you're not getting broken down in the lane and you're not giving them free throws, but you still have to challenge their shot.
And then Allen slams it in.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run, don't you think? Clark with the hoop for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
Now here's Lynn. And stolen by Jordan. He dishes it to Kobe. Jordan kicks to Shaq. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Shaq. 6 points for LeBron.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
There's Hollis Jefferson. Passes to Booker. No luck. Shaq with some nice D.
All the defender had to do there was just stay close to him, and he did.
And the dunk by Jordan.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Here's Kilpatrick. Shot is off. And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers on top. They lead by 7. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Tune in Friday, February 2nd. Jonas Valanciunas and the Toronto Raptors go on the road to battle the Indiana Pacers, live from Indianapolis. You don't want to miss it.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Los Angeles.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Nets trail by 7. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Carter. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Andre Kirilenko. Then there's Allen Iverson. And it's Wade in at the 2 spot. And oh, here we go. Carter's got it in the fast break chance. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Allen. Here's Hollis Jefferson, defended by Carter. Allen, that's good.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Iverson kicks to Carter. Dwayne Wade on the wing. Shaq. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. We'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
You know what? He's a guy who will put some wood on you now. He'll throw his weight around. Bodying him up play after play can really wear you down.
And the Nets making a change here. LeVert's checked in. That's good from O'Neal. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against Golden State. Stolen by Wade. And pushing it out, here's Los Angeles, and that one's good. Play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. Look at the Heat. What a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, there's the Nets. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
Pass to LeVert to end the run. Offensive rebound. The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Three-pointer. And that's good. Jeremy Lin for three. LeVert's got himself on the board with three there.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
There's Hollis Jefferson. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. .58 seconds left in the first half. LeBron dishes to O'Neal. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Shaq's got 10 points in the game.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Russell kicks to Booker. Knocked loose. Michael Jordan on the wing. Bryant.
Hey, guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And, guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside, Russell. 6 on the shot clock. Kobe, the pass to LeBron. And then slammed in by Jordan.
Now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
Now, here is Russell. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And we've reached halftime in this one. Lakers lead by 13. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
You're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Shaq. 10 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Booker. Then there's Allen. Then it's Archie Goodwin, and it's Kilpatrick in at the 2.
Hit me, I'm open.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Lin from long range. A shot, no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. Mr. Incredible, the pass to O'Neal. LeBron. It's Kobe Bryant on the wing. From 7. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Shaq's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Lakers. Lin. He's tightly guarded. He passes to Kilpatrick. High post shot. That's good. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Mr. Incredible, the pass to Kobe. Shaq dishing to Kobe. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
Lakers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Boy, I tell you what, you can't even compare their numbers at the free throw line last season to the numbers this year. I mean, they are so much better.
And he makes the first. Fresh is checked in for Los Angeles. And Kobe drops them both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Timeout called, the Nets.
You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside. And, boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there. So you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around. And that's why he needed the timeout.
Los Angeles making a switch here. James is checked in. About halfway through the season and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. You look at the Lakers, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, the Golden State Warriors, right behind them, just one spot down.
And, you know, for Los Angeles, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Carroll's checked in. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Brooklyn. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for them. Lakers leading by 15. Into Shaq. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Shaq's got 4 this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that and off the steal.
Exactly. The defense really no chance to get back.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the third. Knocked away. And now the fast break, LeBron with the ball.
It's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Here's Kilpatrick. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. There's 47 seconds left in the third.
James.
Back to Jordan. Lakers passing it around. Here's Shaq. And it's good. Through contact, it's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key there. Getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Booker. That's good from O'Neal. Here's Kilpatrick. Tipped away. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Kilpatrick's got 6 points.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
And that's a foul called on Archie Goodwin. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. Lakers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. First free throw is good. Good on both. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the hand. And pushing it out. Here's Los Angeles. Finished off by LeBron.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far as say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk. Huh?
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
How about, guys, that's one of those dunks that you probably want in your
Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks.
Tell you what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
Kilpatrick. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. The Lakers on top. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Lakers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Kobe is out there with Michael Jordan. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Fresh. And it's Gasol. And at the 5, home in the paint. That's who's in the game for the Lakers.
And the consistency of his jump shot is another thing we should say about him. I mean, it doesn't matter how many defenders are flying at him, his stroke is never changing. They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if they're trying to battle back, and guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Here's Dinwiddie. The shot from the low post is good.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Anthony backing him down. That's good.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
Jordan kicks to Anthony. He feeds it to Gasol. Kobe from deep. Good. Kobe's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now the Lakers on the break. Kobe's running and finished off by Gasol.
Guys, it's over. I think we can say that now with certainty.
I'm with you. I mean, we'd like to officially welcome everybody to garbage time.
Dinwiddie with the bucket. 1:24 left to play here in the fourth. Kobe goes in. And the basket good.
Now, this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
The free throw drops for Kobe. 1:15 left in the fourth quarter. Poked loose. Out of bounds. Nets ball as Brooklyn keeps possession. Here's Dinwiddie. And stolen by Jordan.
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
There's the pick. There's Dinwiddie, started by Jordan, and stolen by Jordan. Gasol goes in, got a piece of it, and that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Jeremy Lin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
This is to Jordan. Looks the lead pass. And Gasol with the dunk.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
Mozgov with it. Gasol covering. And stolen by LeBron. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Kobe for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
They get a hand on it.
Just a total loss of concentration right there.
And Greg, if they continue to make those kinds of mistakes, then this game could turn even more south on them, and sour.
Nine seconds left in the fourth quarter. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet.
It's been a humongous fourth quarter for him, especially from long range. He's in a groove, and that tray of his has just been dead.
Here's Goodwin. It falls.
And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as Jordan presents the player of the game, Kobe Bryant.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. And now we'll send you out to Kevin Harlan and the crew in Los Angeles.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Corey Joseph is out there with Cody Zeller. There's Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Howard. And it's Walker in at the point guard. And for the Lakers, they've got Michael Jordan. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Kobe. And it's LeBron James. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the one spot. We're all set to bring you NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. And breaking down the game, let's take a look here at Michael Jordan.
And you know, at the end of the day, Steve, you just have to respect his overall defensive acumen. I mean, it's not just one thing he does well at that end. He knows how to guard from A to Z.
Look at the Lakers. They had a lot of momentum right now, playing well and looking very good.
This is an incredible atmosphere in this building, Kevin. I mean, their winning streak has continued to grow. As it has, their fans' excitement has grown right along with it.
And you know what? You can feel it in the air, guys. The home crowd energized. And I'll tell you what, right now, this is one of the toughest buildings you are going to ever compete in when you talk about trying to play on the road in the NBA.
And so the Charlotte Hornets get the first points of the ball game. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Shaq. There's the forward two-handed slam.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teams.
And it's the Hornets ball. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
And hard to say whether it was the game plan defensively that let them down or just the inability to really bring the fire on that side of the ball.
And guys, it was a bit befuddling to me as to why they stuck with it. I mean, they dug themselves a hole and couldn't find the tweaks they needed to get out of it.
Lakers shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Free throw good, LeBron. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And stolen by Jordan. The feed to Kobe. Oh, he just hands it right over Dwight Howard. Oh, my goodness. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, Bart?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
Dives for it. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin, I spoke with the Lakers head and making sure that pace is up-tempo is what he's hoping they can do in this one. He said, we're fast, we know it, and we're going to make sure they know it too.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And stolen by Zeller. Outside, Walker. Batum. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Kobe kicks to LeBron. And it's blocked by Ibaka. And a fast break now for the Hornets. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high, fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
Now, here's Walker. He's guarded closely. They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Andre Kirilenko's checked in for Kobe. Carter comes in for LeBron. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Michael Jordan. And Allen Iverson subbed in for Mr. Incredible. Howard. 44 seconds left to play in the first. Good.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Good on the shot. Shaq's got his second bucket.
It is so hard to contain. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Batum against Carter. Left side of Ibaka. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. mastering.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
The guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover to the big stuff.
Once he came upright with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Lakers lead by 8. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Coming up.
Now the second quarter getting... ready to start up. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Lakers.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against the Brooklyn Nets.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Carter is out there with Andre Kirilenko. Then there's Allen Iverson. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. And it's Wade in at the shooting guard position. That's the Laker 5.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
He kicks it to Carter. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Shot from 12. It's a big height bounce and goes in. Shaq's got 8 points.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Batum passes to Zeller. Outside for Batum. Inside to Zeller. And, yes, sir, that one drops.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And it's blocked by Ibaka. Number 1. Wade is covering. Kicks it to Ibaka. Number 1. And, yep, couple bounces, and it falls. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And this is the first time matched up with the Hornets this season.
And in their 2 matchups last season, they came up empty both times. Not really too shocking when you see how they fared overall.
Exactly. I mean, when you lose as much as they did last year, you'll get beat by teams that aren't playoff powers for sure.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. About halfway through the season and a chance here to recap where all the teams in the West sit in the standings. Look at the Lakers. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, the Golden State Warriors right on their heels and with their sights set on gaining ground.
You know, for Los Angeles, for me, they've taken the league by storm this season. I felt like they were maybe a year ahead of schedule in terms of being an elite group. But you look at them right now, and here they are.
And it's no fluke. I mean, they've earned that elite label with one astonishing performance after another.
And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Here's a look at the schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand. And 1:01 left in the first half of the game. It's tipped. Now the Lakers on the break. Kobe's running.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Mark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, used to love to go up and jam like that.
And so here's Charlotte after the basket by Los Angeles. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Some changes for Charlotte. Corey Joseph comes in for Jeremy Lamb. And Cody Zeller subbed in for Dwight Howard. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And he gets the bucket. And it's 7 points for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. Lakers leading by 8. On the wing, Kobe. The dish to O'Neal. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. LeBron James on the wing. Kobe. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
That's good from O'Neal. 12 seconds left here in the second. Knocks it loose. Williams dishes to Carter Williams. Back to Williams. 3 seconds left. Can't get the layup.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
That'll do it for the first half. Lakers ahead. They lead by 13. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
What a game we've seen here for Shaq. 13 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
And Clark, that needs to continue. When he has an opportunity to get an open teammate the ball, he has got to make that a priority.
Tipping off the second half, here's Steve Clifford's 5. Jeremy Lamb out there with Corey Joseph. Then there's Howard. Then there's Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. And it's Batum in at the 3. And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Taking a look at Miami. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in the #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, Charlotte, 7.5 games behind.
And I think for Charlotte, they've never been able to take that next step this season and really break away from the pack.
And, you know, they're running out of opportunities to finally make that surge, partner. They're leaving themselves in a tough position in terms of the playoffs.
Now, here's Walker. And Zeller kicks to Batum. Outside, Walker. A feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. Walker's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Hornets. Los Angeles leading by 11. Kobe kicks to Jordan. Passes it to LeBron. Lakers working the ball around now. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
You know, he has been ever present in the paint today, guys. He's getting a lot of his points from in close. And, you know, he's also a tough finisher, Steve. There's very little a defender can do if he gets to within arm's length of the basket.
That's good from O'Neal. Hornets trail by 14. Number one. Covered by LeBron. That's good.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
Timeout called the Lakers. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. The pass to Mr. Incredible. Makes the lead pass, and he gets the bucket. Shaq's got 5 points now this quarter.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Hornets. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stint. A minute 42 left to play in the third. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. Here's Kobe. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. And it's good.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Hornets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And here's Walker. 9 points in the game so far. Poke loose. Stolen by O'Neal. Now here's Kobe, the fast break opportunity. And Shaq with the slam.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless, a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Count the bucket. Jordan's got his first basket.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Sloppy is the only way you can describe his play thus far. Just way too many turnovers.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Michael Carter-Williams checked in for Jeremy Lamb. Kid Gilchrist comes in for Cody Zeller. Johnny O'Bryant, he's checked in for Dwight Howard. And Sessions subbed in for Michael Kid Gilchrist. O'Neal. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Shaq's got 9 points here in the second half. The Hornets shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets.
Yeah, too many easy buckets coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
Yeah, none too pleased with the play of his team, and you know what? They just need to get things sorted out.
Yeah, you know, there's not a coach around who would be happy with the way his guys are kind of rolled over during this run.
Williams, he's checked in for Charlotte. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Not Watching the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That's been the culprit, the turnovers. I mean, TOs, those kinds of mistakes have really kind of drained their confidence to this point.
Here's Shaq. That's in, coming off an assist by Kobe. Kobe's got 6 assists in the game.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
And stolen by Jordan. Here's Mr.
Now, I would say that's a special occasion for a slam right there,
Well, what
Kevin.
kind of occasion are you talking about? Why was he saving that one? My goodness.
Guys, I'm so glad I was here to witness that with you guys.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
Feeds it to Lamb. Dishes to Williams. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Williams has got his first points of the night.
The entire defense was frozen quick. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
Yeah, the replay center in Secaucus is providing the officials with the necessary footage to make the call. We're seeing what they're seeing with the best possible angle.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No basket, so no change, Clark, and the scoreboard as we end the quarter.
Smart decision to review the shot. That was indeed.
Tune in Friday, February 2nd. The Houston Rockets go up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Live from Philadelphia. Hoops Action.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
LA's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So for the Lakers right now, they've got Fresh. Kobe is out there with Michael Jordan. Then it's Anthony. And it's Gasol at the 5 down low.
You know, he can actually be dominant inside. I mean, it's impossible to push him around on the low block.
That free throw good from Gasol. Here's Carter Williams. Pass to Kaminsky. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions. Here's Jordan. He feeds it to Carmelo. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. And the Lakers call time here.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Shaq's checked in for Gasol. LeBron comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Mr. Incredible in for Fresh. Kobe, that's for 2. He trains the quick shot.
Kobe is knocking down some nice-looking baskets.
Charlotte shooting has been sensational. 75% for the game. Here's the screen. Back to Carter Williams. Number 4. Offensive rebound. He dishes it to Graham. Got a piece of it. Kobe against Carter Williams. And there's Shaq. That's good on the assist from Kobe. Kobe's got his 7th assist here tonight. Number 4. Guarded by Jordan. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with a miss.
Boy, what happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Pass to Mr. Incredible. Kobe dishes to O'Neal. And it's Shaquille O'Neal with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
No question about it. No flop there. That was a direct shot to the chest.
Johnny O'Bryant, he's checked in for Rodney Hood. Kobe with the steal.
And I'd say that's it, guys. They're not coming back in this one.
Nope, no chance. Not gonna happen. That chance has long since passed of them getting back into this one. Forget about it.
1:07 left in the 4th quarter. Up top, Carter Williams, guarded by Kobe. Carter Williams with the bucket. 54 seconds left in the game. Kobe goes in. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I don't want to say they're trying to run up the score here, but they do keep adding to the lead.
Well, I know you don't want to say it, but I will, partner. I mean, they're trying to run the score up here. It's plain and simple. They're trying to throw salt all in that wound.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Pau Gasol is checked in for Shaq. Anthony comes in for LeBron. And Fresh subbed in for Michael Jordan. And the Lakers call time here. They're ahead by 33. There's 39 seconds left in the 4th. What's your take, guys?
Kevin, they just need to avoid unnecessary fouls here and milk the clock on both ends of the floor, play with some patience and smart, and that should lead to the win.
And the Lakers with some changes. Shaq is checked in for Gasol. LeBron comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Michael Jordan subbed in for Fresh. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Lamb. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions. There's 31 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Backing down is LeBron. Kobe, that's for 2. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And, Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Well, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Here's Carter Williams. Ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Just a boneheaded play there, guys. Plain and simple.
Well, tell me how you really feel about that, Greg. But you're right. I mean, mistakes like that will keep you from cutting deficits, no doubt.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans, too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on it. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark, Craig, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching as we leave you with our Jordan Player of the Game, Shaq.